guys. Hey, Marjolaine. Hi, darling. Thank you. I started to put your name in my title, but I didn't know if you would be. I mean, I didn't think it would offend you or anything, but I just feel like I should have checked with you. My daughter just texted me. But thank you for the conversation this morning. I love you. You are I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Jake Gill. Hi, everybody coming in. I'll greet you. When I was listening to you today, and you said, I get you, you're like, I'm trying to think of how I want to word this because Miss April has to, do that sometime. And look, I bought me a smoothie maker finally, God Almighty. And I've been on my smoothie journey, baby. And I'm loving it. It is so good. But when you said that in your life today, you said, I get you. And I do. When I'm listening to you talking, it's like I so relate to what you're saying. I'm like, oh my God, I'll be thinking the same things. And I'm like almost getting emotional about it because you are everything that I know I could have been. And when I say, I know your mom and your family is so proud of you, and Miss April is right in that category of being proud of you. You are such an inspiration to the black, what is it called? Miss Lawanda says it. Black Girl Magic. And not just for black girls, it's for all females. You are a testament, baby. But I'm one person that I know it's never too late to do good. I've learned that in life because in my life right now, that's where I am. It's like I thank God that I didn't leave this world in the state that I was in my younger days, that I did get the opportunity to grow, to become a better woman, a better person. So for that I am grateful. What you made me take a look at today, when I said no, I wasn't happy because I was raised. Let me say hi and then I'm gonna talk about it. Cause that did something. And it helped me. It motivated me. I love motivation, boo. What's my motivation? What is my motivation? Jesus. How beautiful. Thank you, Jay Gill. Jay Gill came right in the door, blessing with Jules. Thank you, my darling. Are you off today? Probably not. Hey, Grandma Gigi, my beautiful Grandma Gigi. Hi, everybody's greeting each other, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Go for it, Auntie April. It's an honor. I mean it, girl. I mean that. You and Davion are just. I can see you guys being. I mean, I just relate to both of you, and I have, as an older woman, I have high regards to both of you. I respect your place in this earth, and not only that, I can grow from you. You understand? And when you said that thing about grown women arguing with, younger females, or like the situation that's going on, I understood that. That is one thing that it's hard for me to wrap my mind around, because if I put myself in that shoe, I can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? To go back and forth with a younger, putting myself in that shoe, for Miss April to go back and forth with a 28-year-old and say malicious, well, go back and forth, and try to say the worst things I can, or even argue, especially when I don't even personally know them. Picture that. I can't imagine doing that. Because the age dynamic and the growth dynamic should be, by standards, different. I should at the age that I am in my 60s should have a different view. And not only that, have have a deeper understanding of a 28-year-old, because I was once 28 years old. My sister said this, and then I promise I'm gonna get in the chat. My sister said this years ago, Marjane. She said there was a lady in our church, right? She was an older woman in her late 70s, and she used to always get on the kids and the teenagers and be real mean to them and say, look at you, look what you're doing, and you're doing this, and how could you get pregnant, and just really like that. And my sister said, we were talking about her one day, we were like, ooh, she's so mean. And my sister said, and here's the thing, April, she forgets that she's 70 something and these are young kids. What was she doing at that age? Do we forget that we were once 28, or you understand? And not just that, but there is no, like, she would say stuff like, I would never, and blah, blah, blah. I can't believe they're doing, stuff like that. And my sister said, I guess you wouldn't. You're 78. You should be past that, lady. People have to develop and grow in their life. Not only that, when you see the younger generation are surpassing us leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. I'm so grateful that I'm open. I am so gosh darn grateful that I'm open, that I know that I can learn. And I don't think I know it all. And you understand what I'm saying? And your live today really, really touched my soul. It went straight to my soul. Because when I said, no, I'm not happy, I had to really think about that. Now, joy, spiritual joy, and those kind of things, I have that. I have that from God. The joy that I have, the world cannot take it away, because God gives it to me and I receive it from God. But when it comes to being happy and doing things for Miss April to make me happy, you understand? Now, happiness is fleeting, but we still should be working toward things that make us happy. And I can relate to the thing. I tried to play catch up with my children because I wasn't there for them. Early on I was, and then I went away and flew off into a tangent in life. And thank God for my mother, that my mother was there to take care of my children. Thank you, God, because they could have ended up in the system. That's just the truth. So when I got on track in life, I tried to make up for anything, and to this day, anything my children need, they got it from me. I will give them my last dime, and I mean that. And even my oldest daughter said, Mom, you have to stop that. You have to stop. You have to let people, grow. Let us grow. You understand? So I've learned to do that. But anyway, let me get in here. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be working on. And mine is more health. I'm not happy with how I handle my physical at this place in life. Anything else, finances, those kind of things, I don't, marriage, my marriage is good. Me and my husband live a very peaceful, quiet life, simple life, but we are both happy. We go through our little bumps and stuff, but we immediately make it go smooth again quickly, because we're both old and we're too old to be stressed out. That's what I told him. We too old to be going through any kind of stress like that. We don't go through financial stresses, but any other kind, we're not doing that. Okay, let me see. I said my hi to J. Gill and thanking J. Gill for my Julie things. Grandma Gigi, my beautiful Grandma Gigi. Marjane saying happy Sunday. Oh, I love that. I'm making mine is a mango. I bought the frozen frozen fruit. It's mango, berry. Oh, it's strawberries, blueberries, and mango. And I put spinach in it. I put Honey Crisp apple. I put ginger, fresh ginger. I cut up the ginger. A little ginger goes a long way. First time I've ever really used ginger like that, okay? I put, and I drizzled some honey in it, because to take the acidity out, that acidity kind of be tearing my stomach up. Not tearing it up, but it, you know what I mean? So the honey, for some reason, does good. I don't put a lot, but I put some. And what else did I put? What else? I think that's all. And my husband asked me, oh, and the juice that I put in here is um, not orange juice. It is pineapple, pineapple lemonade. They're from Publix. They're really good. Pineapple lemonade and something else. And so I pour a little bit of that juice in there, and it, baby, ooh, this is so good. That's tasty. Then I'm gonna eat my dinner later. But yes, mango. I love mangoes. Mango, mango, mango. You're so welcome. I mean that from my heart. You touched my soul today, baby. God used you. Hey, my beautiful sister April Love Mods, and all my beautiful sisters in the chat. Much love, Boo, to you and everyone in the chat. Happy God bless Sunday, and have a blessed, safe day on purpose. I love you, Blessed Dynasty. Blessed Dynasty gives us that good stuff. And I'm not going to stay long, guys. I just wanted to come live and share, how I was touched. And I will touch a little bit on the stuff that's, like with Davion, because somebody, I am Miss Diva, dropped in my chat when I shared Davion's live, and we were talking back and forth. It was a respectful conversation. She said, "You're probably going to block me," and I said, "No." I said, "Why would I block you for voicing your opinion?" I said, "You're not being disrespectful, so I wouldn't block you for not being disrespectful, because I believe everyone has an opinion, everyone has a view." I am a firm believer in, because of coming from the program of Narcotics Anonymous and learning a lot in that program, one of their cliches was live and let live. That means, April, you live your life to the best of your ability, and you allow other people to live their life, and that's by being who they are and still and loving them anyway. You understand? Or we don't have to deal with everybody in life, but there are some people that we call our tribe, okay? And even if we see everybody, like I said, everybody gets a turn, number one. Everybody falls short in the sight of God. We are all considered sinners saved by grace if we accept God into our heart, okay? So we're not going to be perfect, never. We're going to do some things. I'm still going to do and say some things that I need to ask God to forgive me for. You understand? Some things known, some things unknown. It's like a built-in mechanism, okay? For lack of a better way to explain it, sin is a built-in mechanism for humans when it comes to the spiritual aspect of things. And I understand that greatly. I really do. That's why I try not to judge, but one of my pet peeves, and I'm allowed to have this, I don't like evil doers, people that do evil to intentionally try to hurt other people. I don't like that. And what I mean when I say that, the back and forth on YouTube, first of all, we don't even really know each other, guys. After we turn this off, we're living our lives. This here environment is my real life, okay? I have things that I've done terrible in my life. Look, I am not in denial about that, but it's my life. You understand? Nobody on YouTube will ever dictate to tell me who I am. Ever. Ever, never, ever, ever. Or try to control how I think, how I move. If I don't like something, if I say something wrong, that's on me. Just like it's on other people. But in this sector, we know that there's the back and forth. Okay, we know that. I'm gonna talk about that later. Let me get all the way down to the bottom. Yes, every day is another chance. It's never too late. This old man told me that he was I think almost 100. And my two older daughters, their father at the time was really close with him, and he used to always go to his house, and he would take me with him. And the old man would say, "You're never too old to do good." He used to say all these cliches, right? And they stuck with me. And one of them was, it's never too late to do good until you are gone. It's never too late. Every day that I wake up, I can do something different. And when you said happiness is a choice, a personal choice, yes, it is. It would make me so happy to stop smoking cigarettes. Like I was talking to my sister and she's like, "Baby, when you gonna let these cigarettes go?" My brother, "April, you're 60 something. Why are you still smoking?" And they are affecting me. And but I feel like that's the one crutch, the one thing that I have, because I don't drink, I don't smoke weed, I don't do none of that stuff. So, that's and my sister said, "You're going to have to find something else." She's right, though. She is right. And it bothers me greatly that I don't have the courage or the willingness to put them down, knowing what they do. You understand? And if I say I love my family and my children and my people in my life, that cuts your life off, and it could cut your life off. So why are you doing that if you love them? That's one thing that is not good, April. So that's what Miss April is. This is the first time that, no matter what anybody has told me, family members or what, when I listened to your live, that was the thing that I heard that makes me motivated to really attempt to stop smoking cigarettes, to really attempt it. So I'm so grateful for that, because something has to kickstart you. You know what I mean? I had to get kickstarted, because it doesn't matter what anybody says to me. I'm going to do what I want to do. That's what we have to understand with all of each other. Davion's going to say what Davion wants. I would never tell her, don't say this or don't say that. This is what and I love Davion. God knows that I love her for real, even almost getting ready to cry, because I love her like my child. We formed a relationship, and that can happen on YouTube, where you care genuinely about someone. And I feel protective of her. You understand? Because even Miss Diva Me said, and I don't like the fact that Justice has constantly harassed and bothered Davion. That bothered me, you guys. That's why if I say things, I particularly say things to her. Now, when it comes to the passing of her father, I do have condolences. Personally, I do. But I also understand that if Davion does not want to send her condolences to that woman, she does not have to. You understand? She does not have to. And I don't know why so many people are on here that don't even really know Justice, wasn't even really dealing with her. You understand? And scratch that. If that's what you want to do and you feel led to send condolences, then you do that. Okay? But don't look at what Davion is doing as different than what you guys come out and do. You make fun of other people's health all the time. You wish unalive on people. But now all of a sudden, here comes this holier than thou, because this young lady is just, I respect her honesty, because I do honestly believe that a lot of people do a lot of things, or motivated to do a lot of things that is not genuine. God looks on, let me say it. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. God looks on the heart of the man. He knows when you're fake. He knows when you're not genuine. You understand me? He knows. I can't hide from God. Nothing. So it's like I've almost come to the point in my life, I'm not going to tell her. You know why I send my condolences? Or this is what I'll say to her. I don't know her personally, and I've said some nitpicky things to her, or whatever you want to call it, and vice versa. But when it's all said and done, I understand that feeling. of losing a parent. So I can relate to that. It's just that simple. I can relate to that. Period. Okay? And it's a part of life. So um any all the back just letting her know I can relate. And guess what? I don't have to get on here and do all this. I writing posts, I send my condolences, and to the people who are not, shame on you. I can go before God quietly and pray for her. That's what we can do. You feel me, guys? All right. Hi, Christine Foot, darling. Hi, baby. I'm proud of you. I am, girl. I promise. I'm telling you. And not just that, but that's a starting point. It just said, April, start, because I'm not happy in how I take care of myself. I've gotten very, since I stopped working, I no activity, Marjane. I'm very content sitting at my laptop. The highlight of my day is going shopping, to the store, getting I make sure I go grocery shopping every day, so I can have an activity to go out the door. You understand? I wash my car. That's, those kind. But I've actually said to myself, you're content in doing these things. But I've noticed since I've gotten this way, this has gotten look at it, y'all. My shirts didn't fit like I got to make a change, y'all. And it's baby steps for me. But yeah, every time I get on camera, I'll be like, Keys, what is that? What happened? I didn't have that. Even when I was working from home, I didn't have this. What girl, man? So, like I said, I'm motivated. I'm motivated. I promise you that. Look, you can tell because I'm excited. I'm like, ooh, that thing went straight to my spirit. So you are helping people, even the older ladies. Marjane, I'm encouraged. You're doing an amazing job. Yes, she is with Kai. You're fine just the way you are. Marjane, I wanted to say this in your live, but I didn't. I see you in the future in a very good relationship, but not with the same race. I see you with a different race in a man of a different nationality or culture in the future. And I didn't say that because that's just my, up in my head thing. But you are very, very happy in that relationship. And I was thinking it's going to come when it's time. And it'll be like the best thing for you, Kai, everybody, everyone involved. But I said, keep those little things. I couldn't help it. I had to say it. But it just tickled me of a different nationality. So I don't know. I don't know. Definitely not impossible. So, we'll see. But right now you you good what you're doing. Hey, Nana, much love, sweetie, and have an amazing, blessed day on purpose. That is Blessed Dynasty. Riri, my Riri, I love you. That means love, guys, in sign language. Oh, I can't do this for hand. And I didn't know that for the longest time. Love you. Riri knows sign language, guys. I don't know if y'all knew that or remember her sharing that. I do. Right. It's a sign of their refusal to grow. Yes. And it only hurts me in the long run, Marjane, when I stay stagnant in my growth. You understand? And honestly speaking, I don't have any feeling ill will toward anyone, especially on YouTube. And I honestly, when it, like one thing I know about Davion is a force to be reckoned with, guys. It's like her mouth, she got a mouthpiece on her. And that's what I'll be thinking. I'll be like, why do they mess with her? And Davion, they will constantly use her or talk about her. I guess, I don't know, I guess it's as content. And Davion will ignore them for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then when she comes out bucking, when she comes out, when they poke the bear long enough, and she comes out because she feels like it, and it's her right, just like it's everybody else's. That's what we're missing. We are it's literally like they're trying to tell her how to live her life. We don't have the right to do that with none of us, either none of us, or how to do her commentary, or how to feel about something. How I can't. I pray for her, and I'll hear her and I'll be like, ooh, that she went low, but at the same time, everybody on here goes low, and if I'm like this, and I'm gonna be honest, if I felt like it was something that's going to hurt her, or you understand what I'm saying. But Davion, another thing, I'm glad I stopped myself. I mean, I'm glad because I have to listen. Sometime I'll be talking and my heart will start speaking and I have to shut up. Davion has a repentant heart. That's what I know. Truly a repentant heart. God will let her, she's got a God conscience. God will let her know, okay, pull back, baby. I don't have to. I don't. We don't have to. We all should have that built-in mechanism to where God will tell us, pull it back. And when he does, we say, okay, I hear you. I hear you, Lord. But it's not my right to tell somebody that. And especially if I'm doing the same very thing that people say she's doing. They say that Justice didn't say anything about her brother. Yes, she did. Yes, she has. Yes, she has. Anything that she can talk about as far as commentary on them, yes. And I don't. She's not picking fun at the fact that she lost her father. And if anybody thinks that, come on now. Come on. Come on. You know better. You know better than that. I know better than that. I know better than that. Let me leave that alone. And like I said, once again, we don't condone, just like the left siders, everything that somebody you follow and support, you shouldn't condone everything that they do. Same thing over here. We don't condone. I don't condone everything my sister says, or my brother, or my daughters, or my family. I don't have to approve. I don't have to agree with everything they say, but I love them. That's the difference. I love her, so I got her best interest at heart. And a lot of people that are attacking her absolutely does not. And she knows this, and she has been attacked over and over. And I'm not taking up for her. Davion do her thing. Ain't nobody going to, her mother's not going to say, baby, no, nobody. Just like nobody can tell any of us to stop saying something. Like I heard somebody say, until you apologize for, well, what are you talking about, ma'am? Oh my God, did you? That's so crazy work. Until you apologize, I'm going to stay on you. And what are you talking about? What? Was that real, guys? Did I hear that? Did I hear that? But we're going to get back on what Miss April's going to be doing. Your maturity is realizing young people are still growing. Yes, ma'am. I could never verbally beat down on a younger woman like that, or even be so offended by a younger person. Marjane, at the age of 28, Miss April was messed up. I was like off on a tangent. I thank God that like I said, I'm always forever grateful that I did not pass in that state of living. I'm so grateful that I got to be this age, because I could have been gone and miss, you understand what I'm saying, in that kind of thing. And and I do understand that my sister, my sister is a very wise woman, y'all. I thank God she has stepped up into she's the matriarch of the family. She stepped into my mother's place. And my sister has wisdom. She teaches our Bible study on Wednesday. She's a praying woman. When I tell you praying woman, oh my God, I call on her. When I can't call on Jesus for myself. And like she said, she tells me a lot of stuff, a lot of wisdom. April, put yourself in somebody else's shoe. So I try to do that a lot. I try to say, if I was in that shoe, how would I react or respond? I try to understand why people, whatever. Um, I absolutely, God does not look at each of our relationships with Him the same. God uses us as mouthpieces to give what He's given us. And really, the best teacher is experience. Okay, number one, I like to try to keep, and I try hard, sometimes I might forget, but talk about what I've learned from experience, what I've grown through, what I've gotten through. Because me trying to tell somebody something to do that I've never done, or because I think they should do it, is asinine. Well, this was my experience when it happened with me. If it's the same situation, you understand? So that's what they tell me. That's what they taught me, to share my experience, my strength, and my hope. Those are the three things that I can give, you know. And no, I don't care if people call me devil love. I don't care if they say I'm a hypocrite. None of what God, Jesus, y'all see enough of my shorts to where if you don't understand it, I don't care what these people say. They do not dictate my life. Oh, I don't care. I'm not saying, listen to when I say I don't care, it's not that it wouldn't hit the flesh and something may not bother me, because you got to remember, we're still fleshly creatures. But it's not going to dictate how I live my life ever. And it's not going to make me feel less than toward myself ever. Like if you told me you don't know God, I'd look at you and be like, you're a liar. That's what I would think. You don't know me to know if I know God. Period. And then it's not all of this. It's about how you walking in life. How am I living? How am I walking in life? When y'all don't see me on YouTube, what am I doing? How me and my husband, how am I treating him? How am I treating my family? How am I treating my neighbors? Or not treating them, but how am I living? That's important to Miss April, okay? Now you can come on here and make up lies or say lies or whatever. That's on you. I don't care. But it still will never dictate who I am and whose I am. Never, ever. Especially people I don't know. You know. And like I said, I understand the back and forth for content. You know, everybody wants to be everybody wants to be successful on YouTube, because I do. Not enough to where I work at it, though. That's what I tell myself. I'd be like, you don't work hard enough. Because it's work. For me, it would be work, you know. And I ain't hating on somebody that's winning. Let me get up in the camera. And I ain't hating on somebody that's winning. Okay? That's what life is about for Miss April. I truly am not. Thank you, Jay Gill. I want everybody to win. Darn it. Because we all can. Everybody's life is individual, man. What the darn tootin' heck is happening here? Why do we let this take us so far? like calling people's. When I heard Davion say that today, I didn't even know that. Someone on YouTube got in contact with her grandfather. Jesus. What the what? That's so diabolical. That's beyond diabolical, man. You can't make that up. Is that real? Yeah, Marjane, because I tell you what, girl, because I like peace, and I've been so bad to myself. I've hurt myself in life because of, um, my mother and dad. My dad was an alcoholic. He was very toxic in the house. And my mother was a very, very beautiful, spiritual, God led woman. And I watched the devil use my dad to hurt my mom. I watched it. So for years after that, my picker was broken. I would pick all the wrong guys. And then I would be so like uh, disrespectful to them, because they deserve the disrespect. But I would pick them, right? And then be disrespectful to the some bitches. What a concept. Somebody told me one time, Marjorie, they said, you got a broken picker. I was so offended. I knew exactly what they meant because I was going through hell when they said that with my, was it my first husband? No, my second one. And I was going through it with him. He was cheating, doing everything. And I knew that's what he was when I married him. And I was so broken, but I was trying to keep my head up. The sisters that I had in my life said, you show up, dress up, and don't you never let nobody see you sweat. And that man told me I had a broken picker. I was devastated when he said that. So that was one of the first times when I said, okay, I got a broken picker. Then I had women, thank God I had mentors that said, April, it starts from within. You attract what you see in yourself, baby. And I couldn't accept that. They would always tell me, it's not the woman's fault. You are not married to them, because I would want to fight the women, right? And I said, but they know me. They're doing this. No, honey, it's not them. It's the hubby. And I wouldn't accept that because I really couldn't beat him up because he's a man, But that's how I learned. So once I learned, I had to learn through great pain, though. When the pain became great enough of staying the same, the pain of change, it wasn't that great, okay? And I changed. So I started realizing what I deserved. I started nurturing myself and seeing I had to get in touch with the little girl that was inside, those kind of things, nurture myself, be able to be by myself, be able to be alone, because that was one of the hardest things for me to do. I always had to pick somebody. And once I did that, I got to the place to where if I never get in another relationship, I will be okay with that. I could still date, because I wasn't settling for anything less than, of how you're going to treat me, because I saw myself up there. And when my husband came in the picture, I was not looking. He would not have been someone I would have looked at for, I guess, how I could say. Matter of fact, I wasn't really looking at no guys at that time, no men. 4 years ago, I wasn't attractive. God dang, them days was over for Miss April. Miss April was just trying to live, be able to take care of herself, financially stable. That's all I wanted to do. But something about him, I was drawn to him, and I was interested in him, not in the sexual type of way or anything. In his conversation, and there was something there, and it was spiritual. God did it, and I know God did it. It was the right time for me and him to meet. God had me and him come together when we both were ready for each other, and that's where it's at. And I look at him some days, and I just love him. Guys, I love my husband. Oh, I'm getting emotional. He a little old white-haired man, real quiet, complete opposite of me. But he is just so precious. He get on my nerve, but not too much. Yeah. Classy lady said, I agree 100. Today they are friends with you, and the next day they are trying to expose you. Then that's not a true friend. That's a fly by night friend. You understand? Because true friends, I don't. You can make me mad if I'm really your friend. I will be so more deeply hurt than anything, but I would not. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Loyalty is a beautiful thing. It's a very difficult thing to have or obtain. Um, I think it stems from um, the love that you have. When you're able to love yourself as God sees you, that's what I learned finally in life to do, because I had self-loathing. I had to have for the things I did to myself, guys, you know, tricking with guys for drugs. I had to not like myself, you know. I was so grateful that I didn't have the monster. I was getting tested when I came to my right mind in life, and it wasn't that long ago. You know what I mean? When I realized, but God had a perfect plan for my life. So that's why I tell y'all I'm so grateful. I'm just my attitude that, and I don't wish nothing on anybody, because like I said, one of the things I don't like is people that try to hurt other people because something inside of them is so broken and messed up. I be ready to fight them, y'all, because that to me is just so low. It's so low vibrational, and you don't, do you see it and you don't care, or um, do you see it and do it intentionally? But one thing I could say, and I'm going to promise, I'm going to shut up for a minute and read the chat and let you guys talk. I've been on 42 minutes, and the next part I'm going to read and get into you guys. Um, Always know this. I can say anything to you guys. I can appear any way. God looks on the heart of a man. He sees our heart, and if it's, genuine or not. Because it says in the Bible, the heart is desperately wicked. Who could know it? Sometimes we don't even know our own heart. But God is the heart fixer, okay? And but we as humans, our spiritual man, our soul, people connect that way. We think it's a connection with the eyesight and those kind of things. Like we look at somebody and they're attractive, but God hooks people up spiritually. Like you'll know somebody's genuinely a good, that they care about you. Action speaks louder than words, but people will connect spiritually. But always remember this too. And if we can remember this, I think that we will give each other, especially when I'm talking about to people that is in your tribe, like your family members, your friends, your true friends that are in your corner. Like Classy Lady made a great point. She said, well, Jay Gill must have said it, a loved one because um, I've been through it, but I damn sure don't expect anything from anyone on here. The love is appreciated and accepted, but I'm not waiting on or looking for it. Right. Hi, Teresa, my darling, my beautiful girl. Day, she wasn't laughing. Is Davey on in here? Hey, Day, my beautiful. Who told me to apologize? Oh, I'm going to get that. Oh, get out of it. You said it today. That's why I went and looked at the video. You was talking about her on your live. And if you're feeling like I'm doing too much, you always let me know. Right, don't I, Davey, on? Because I love you. It ain't so much for other people, because other people be doing, I don't like people. I really do. And I have to remember, though, and like I said, I had a major issue with that female messing with you all the time. It was like I felt like she was messing with my daughter. I mean, like, why don't you leave her alone? She's not bothering you. I'm like, do you like her? Are you weird? Or is it a weird, like, undercurrent attraction toward Davion? And that grossed me out even worse. But I'm like I said, like Marjane said, I look at myself and a woman my age going back and forth with young woman Davion's age is just not comprehend. I can't comprehend that. Even if she said terrible things to me, I'm still not going to plug into it. I'm just not. You understand? 28, the age difference. You know what I mean? Number one, I don't have the energy that a 28-year-old has. Yeah, okay? Number one, that's enough right there. When you first started your YouTube, were you nervous? No, I wasn't nervous at all. That was maybe my problem. I got on here like I've been on here forever. That's a good question, Micah. Nope, it's just learning what to talk about and stuff. Let me read what you guys, I'm scrolling back up because I want to hear what you guys are saying. And like I said, let me say this and then I'm done. I love who I love genuinely. I don't, God says, this is what God tells me. Pray for those who despitefully use you. I'm at a place in my life that I can do that, guys. I can honestly do that. Some people are not there yet, and God understands that. Okay, that's why Miss April lives and lets live. You understand? I know there is power. There is power in prayer. Okay, definitely that. I know there's power in prayer. The people that have been placed in my life through YouTube and then outside of YouTube life, I love those people and I appreciate those people, and they can come to me if they need Miss April. Okay? I like that about myself. I like that God has given me that kind of a spirit. I like myself today. You know why I like myself today? Because God loves me and I allow God to work through me. That doesn't mean I don't have flesh, though. That don't, you understand? You can't put people on pedestals. Don't do that. You can't, man. Why do people do that? And then you don't even hold your own self accountable. We can't put people on a pedestal. Yeah, I feel like I overconsume myself with Kai because I focus so much on career and school. It's important to find balance. That's what you were helping yourself with today. You saw that. You really, really saw it at the birthday thing. You said when you watched the live, and I'll do that too, Marjane. I'll go back and watch my live, and I'll hear myself say something, and I'll be like, wow, come on, wait, what? or something. You'll see something, and that's right. And I thought about that too. Where you are in your life, I'm not where you are. So the things that I'd have to work toward to make me happy are different than yours. But here's the beauty in it. The spiritual awakening of you talking about it and seeing it for yourself. And so now what you did it was the domino effect. It made me say, am I happy? And then people in your chat was like, well, wait, am I happy? Ross spoke. I love what Ross said. And I said, that's what I want to be. I want to be there. Because at that moment, I really wasn't, I don't think I was, I wasn't feeling happy. You feel what I'm saying? So it made me think, am I happy? April, wait. And then what I start thinking was, you don't do enough for yourself to be happy. Like, I do little things and I always tell my daughter, you got to do something for yourself. Always. I'm the type, it don't take much to make me happy. You feel me? Because I'm older. It don't take much. Little things. Like my husband, what did he say? What will he do? Like, okay, Marjane, check. Well, see, but he's doing it for me. That's not me doing it for myself. Okay, see, I had to correct that. See, there I go. It's hard, man. Like, he'll bring me my favorite gum. He'll go to the store and I'll come in the kitchen and it'll be on the counter. That's love language to me because he knows I can't go without my gum. But April, when let me put it back on me. When you said that, it made me look to see, okay, because like I said, I strive for peace. I want the joy that God gives me, joy. The joy of knowing that God loves me and God has his arms wrapped around me and my family and those kind of things. But on a regular daily basis, what am I doing to keep myself happy? To keep, because I get happy when I see my children happy. When I do something for them, I even look, I'll be feeling not happy and I'll do something for them just to feel happy, Marjane. Whoa, whoa. So, what would make Miss April happy within herself is to start working toward stopping smoking. I actually, my mental health, I realized since my daughter's passed, because I've had mental health therapists and all of that stuff, I've had that. I have not had a therapist in the last 4 years. I made a call and asked them, what do I need to do to get back to doing, I don't want to do the medication, but what do I need to do to get, because the therapy helped me immensely. It gave me some kind of, I can't explain it to you. And I did. About 2 weeks ago, I called them and they told me what to do. I said, because I should be in your system, you know. So that's another thing that will make me happy. These are things I know will make me happy. Starting going to church on a regular basis, that will make me happy. Those things. So thank you. I just want to thank you again, Marjane, for making me look at those things. You understand? Because I have to do it. I have to stop being lazy or complacent and do this. I deserve it. I deserve it. And those are things that will truly, truly make me happy. Truly, they. And it's not much. It's not even hard. It's doable. Okay, let me see, guys. Okay, I read that. Yes, I'm going to read it again. Your maturity is realizing young people are still growing. I could never verbally beat down on a younger woman like that or even be so offended by a younger person. Me either. Me either. I couldn't. Like we feel like, oh, how dare they? You need to respect me. You know, we have that kind of a thought. A lot of people do. Toe Dub, what is you saying? Oh, you always say that, Toe Dub. Toe Dub always comes in here talking about twerking. Toe Dub, why you always talking that? I'm eating, Jay Gill said, I'm eating an Ackee bowl with peanut butter drizzle. I want to try one of those, Jay Gill. Are they good? Hi, Gloria. I see you. Marjane, you are doing a great job with Kai. She is a very blessed young lady. Yes, she is. Yes, you are. You're Christina. Hi, I love you too, baby. Subscribe to my channel. Hey, my beautiful sister Gloria. Lovey T, loving my life. Hi, baby. Classy ladies in the building. Gigi, hey, boo. So happy to see you. All right, guys, I'm coming down. Micah Hudson. That was a good question you asked, Micah. Oh, my nose be itching. My aunt has the same problem. She smokes, and I know she's going to hurt her lungs. Yes, Micah, yes. They already hurting. Miss April, have you tried Chantix? No, Jay Gill. It helped me quit for 8 months, but I eventually started back. I'm ready to quit again, but this time for good. Yeah, we should try to do a progress thing or something, like try to come together, because I always think about Roz. If Roz quit, when she quit, I wanted to quit so bad. Roz made it look easy. Roz was like, one day she was smoking, next day she was done. And I always want to ask her, how did you do for the first 3 days? I'm like, what am I going to do those first 3 days? I'll be so, you understand? Because it's like not the highlight. It's not a highlight, guys, but it's in my routine. Drink a cup of coffee, cigarette, best cigarette ever in the morning when I drink my coffee on the patio. After I eat a good meal, you understand? Those kind of things. My sister said, you're going to have to find something to replace it. But I'm gonna talk to my doctor about that Chantix because I've heard my one friend quit on that years ago. Thank you, Grandma Gigi. You care about their feelings and help with what they're going through. Christine Foot, hi, beautiful. Thank you for coming, Micah Hudson. I like your conversation. Thank you. I would never make fun of people. So I care about people. Right. There she is, Miss Diva on me. Thank you for joining. I was hoping you came in here, darling. And I hope you're still here. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Miss Diva Ami said, I agree totally that she don't have to offer her condolences. You have to reread what I said. I talked about laughing at the loss of, oh, that woman's father. That's it. Yeah, but she didn't, Davion didn't laugh at her father passing. She didn't. And I understand, because Miss Diva Ami, don't you have the loss of a child? Correct me if I'm wrong, sweetheart, but it seems like I heard you say that. And I'm nothing, that right there, the loss of a child, my God, I can't even express. You understand? And I've lost my parents, so I understand those things. And I understand what you're saying, and I do get what you're saying. I do. You know what I mean? But that's not how what I view Davion doing. She's directing. You could maybe look at it like, don't hit her while she's down. But here's the thing: she came out while she's down and still attacked Davion. Who does that? I mean, and you could say, well, it's because she's going through pain. That could be it. But to me, like my brother just passed a couple weeks ago. And I try to put myself in her shoes. If somebody attacked me, you understand, or attacked me, or I felt like they were making fun, would I go back to attack them? No, you know why? Because here's the thing. Davion and her family have been that woman's content ever since she's been out here. It's been even when Davion is not out here and Davion doesn't respond to her, they are her content. You even through the passing of her father, that's very apparent. You understand? So that's why Davion came back. I don't know what is expected of Davion to do. You understand? Davion's not out here saying, you lost your dad. She's not doing that. She's doing, okay, you still want to go back and forth. Okay. I don't know. I don't have sympathy for you. I don't feel bad for you. And then she doesn't have to. That's what I understand. You know, she just doesn't have to. Maybe at some point she will. And even if she never does, that's her right. That's her God-given right. You understand? That's her life and what she has to work through. You feel what I'm saying? Or not even necessarily work through. That's how she feels, you know? And I just was so shocked. I was doing it live yesterday and they said, yeah, she just said Davion's dad is in hell. And I was like, why would you say that when your dad just passed? How do you know her dad's in hell? Why would you say that? Then I see me. Here's me, Miss Diva. I'm me. But I'm not Davion. If she would say that to me, well, your dad's in hell, you know what I would say? She's just going through it. She's going through pain. But I still don't know if I would respond. You understand? Because I got to remember, she's not done to me what she's done to them. You know, as far as their family constantly attacking me. So I really don't know how I would respond. I don't, you know, but I don't feel Davion is saying you're I don't feel like that. But I do understand what you're saying and I agree with you. But I don't feel like if she doesn't feel to give her any condolences or sympathy, I just don't feel like people should expect her to do that because it would be fake. God looks on the heart of a man. God looks on the heart of a man. Jay Gill said, I have been a non-smoker since 2008. I just put them cigarettes down. Blessed Dynasty said, I got tired of smelling like a cigarette. I'm just tired of smoking, Blessed Dynasty. You know, it's, you could tell when it starts affecting your breathing and things like that. That's where I am with it. Because I'm older, And I have quit before. That's the thing. I've quit before. Why is it hard this time? Why is it so, difficult? I mean, this is a different kind of difficult for me. God loves every one of us. God's always there for us when we need him most. He sure is. I agree with that. Gloria Wiley. Hey, Annette Beautiful. He is. I like that you said that. Susie Q. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Susie Q. Hi, Christine Foot. You say you are so funny, looking amazing as always. You are so sweet as always. Girl, I know you ain't talking to me. I know my Ring camera went out. Y'all can't see my face. I just, I did put a little bit of stuff on, and they do got a retouch button on there. I'm a filter queen, honey. Because, honey, the wrinkles and jinkles in my face. Hey, Trina, my beautiful. Oh, it's good. Let me see. Hi, baby. I didn't even know you was here. All right, guys. I'm almost at the bottom. I've been on for 1 hour. Let me see. I love you too, Blessed Dynasty. That's Davion. You guys can still love my baby doll Day. She's still y'all baby, but that's my baby doll. Listen to that like she's sharing somebody. Yeah, that's what I had to tell Miss Diva. I said she has talked about Davion's brother. When you first, you asked, I already read that. And if you're feeling like I'm doing too much, you always let me know. Who told? Okay, I read that. Asking everyone to keep. This is Grandma Gigi, guys. Asking everyone to keep me in your prayers. I'm undergoing procedures this week. Girl, what? Grandma? I'm going to have to call you. They said she wasn't laughing at the passing of her father, but if she was, why are you expecting anything from anyone on YouTube? We don't owe each other anything. I hate to hear of anyone losing. That's Jay Gill said that. Yeah, and that's what another thing. We don't know each other on here. We just don't. Hi, my Teresa. A loved one. Let me continue it. April. You said, we don't owe each other anything. I hate to hear of anyone losing a loved one because I've been through it, but I damn sure don't expect anything from anyone on here. The love is appreciated and accepted. That's good, Jay Gill, but I'm not waiting on it or looking for it from YouTube. Exactly. That's exactly, I agree with that. Just like Jay Gill, I see that's good. Now that sparked me because listen, just like if they, when she was talking about my past daughter and saying all that horrible stuff, that I don't care that who is she? She don't know me and my daughter's relation. Who is she? Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody. And nobody, like even when I told my daughters and my family, like I told them that what she did and said, they were like, Mom, so what? Who is she? I felt kind of ridiculous. I was like, yeah, that's true. Who is she? So what? So what, man? And I was like, that's right. So what? She means, who is she? I don't know her. Her word means nothing. Guys, this thing right here, let me try to turn it on again. It's going to go right back out. Excuse me for putting myself all up in the camera like that. All right, I'm about to get off. I'm almost at the bottom. Christine Foot. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Thank you for coming. My beautiful Day Day, I love you more, sweetie. And you can never do no wrong in my eyes. You have the right to. Davion has. I'm listening, guys. Davion, I know. I see Davion's heart. I do. Davion is very sweet, very loving, has a tender heart. But at the same time, guys, if you pick and pick and pick at someone, not even just that, you pick at someone who can the things. Oh my goodness. They do the same thing to Davion, but when Davion does it, don't nobody do it like Davion. And it be like, whew. You feel me? So, and like I said, I don't agree with everything that Davion does. I don't have to. And it doesn't even, so what if I do or don't? For real. I just know I love her. Do I hate anybody from the left side or people that have said something negative about me, or do I wish anything bad on people that don't like me, or have you understand? No, none of that. Like I'm with Jay Gill when she right, baby. That none of that means nothing to me. I don't care what God is my judge. I don't care. You understand? We don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't, when people try to come into, like calling people's family members, going in people's medical records and doing all that stuff, that's insane. That's something that is, what is it called? Stalking at its all time, and harassment. Those are things that people end up in jail for. You feel me? Oh my goodness. Everybody's not going to deal with that. I'm telling you. Because that is going beyond doing something, especially to people you don't know, my God. Because they said something to you. Are you answering to any of that? It went from being a money grab to full-blown buffoonery, evil doing, that kind of stuff. If it could have stayed the back and forth and whatever, because people could come on here and say what they want and talk how they want. May the best man win in the words, because that's pretty much what it is. Who can roast the best? For real. But when you take it to that extreme, and it has been taken to that extreme to where you are doing those kind of things, I agree 100% today. Okay, I read that. All right, I'm almost at the bottom, guys. Thank you again, Jake Gill. April, what you drinking? This is my, and I don't know how long ago you said that, beautiful. This is mango berry, mangoes and berry, honey crisp apple, spinach, ginger, fresh ginger, and that's it. And I didn't use orange juice. I used the tea. It was like lemonade tea. It's pineapple. What else is it? I can't remember, girl. You know my brain. All right, guys, let me continue. That's absolutely insane. Christine Foot, yes. My pastor said, wait, let me see. Dang, my chat jumped. Wait. Oh my God, y'all got so much saying on here. April, did anyone offer you sympathy when your brother passed? No, not a soul. And they didn't have to. They only see things for what they want to see one-sided. Nope. Or my daughter. My pastor said, and I don't care, they ain't never got to. My pastor said if someone offered, look, ain't not only did they not send condolences when my daughter passed, they talked about me. Talking about I didn't know my daughter was unalive for days or months, something, some, weeks or something. Not only did they, so come on. Yeah, and clock that T. My pastor said if someone offered him $1 million or a church full of praying folk, he said he would take the church full of praying folk, his focus on God, God's love. Jay Gill said, don't do Johnny, Miss April. All God's timing. What God brought together, let no man put asunder. That's right. I agree. April did no. And I'm glad you asked that, classy lady, because nobody did. Putting people on a pedestal is idolizing someone. People don't know that it is the second Ten Commandment and they are creating a sin. That's why I said you can't put, I don't have these expectations on what, how they should respond to anything. You understand? There is nothing new under the sun. Anything's, and it, to me, people say respect, but there is no respect given. It's not even about respect because it's, you know, people say they're on saying this. And here's the thing: there's been so many times where, remember when Davion was gone off of here for like almost 2 months, literally, and she was still all they talked about was her. And she never said not a word, not a word. And then when she does, it's like, oh, how dare you? Yeah, it was good. Catch Marjanae's live. It did something for me, girl. So, like I said, I you know, knowing the dynamics of things, and I'm not even placing no judgment on the other side because I really don't care one way or another. What they think of me and what they think I should do. And I know I don't have to give her any condolences or anything. Life is life. Life shows up for all of us. Life, unalive is a part of that. Now I would expect her supporters to support her, absolutely. And beautiful April Love, I know what else makes you happy. Keep dancing. Yes, it does. You right, baby. Yeah, doing those shorts, absolutely. But like I said, I don't have, with Miss Diva on me and Miss Diva on me, we don't have any, and I like the fact that she voices how she feels respectfully, and then vice versa. She good with me. She good with me, and I hope I'm good with her. You know, and I respect how she feels. You feel what I'm saying? I respect that. Wait a minute. Wait. And that exactly. She's a round-the-way girl. That's how I see Miss April. Oh, my Gigi. My Gigi. My heart is just thinking about you. April, my 81-year-old dad calls me every Sunday morning asking me, are you going to church? Me, yes, sir. Here comes my brother in the door at 9 o'clock. We sit together every Sunday. I pray for everyone. Excuse me. I am. That's one thing. I'm serious. And I'll let you guys know my journey. And those are things I have written down, that goals that I want to accomplish, and they're doable. So you pray for me in that. I had to have wisdom teeth pulled last week and couldn't smoke for 2 days. Girl, I'll be trying to, that cotton be on there and it be on this side. I'll be like, I'll be trying to hold the cotton up. Because, honey, that dry socket, I got that one time. It's wicked. It's wicked. And that's a shame, man. And it didn't bother me. But as soon as I knew I could smoke again, child, You cracking me up. I can relate to that. I don't know how I missed that comment, but I am working. Hi, Octavia. Hi, baby. Hi, darling. I'm glad that you stopped through, Octavia. Thank you, sweetie. Philly Dome, hi. Okay, guys, I'm almost at the bottom. Woo, I had a lot of comments. When they mess with our cyber niece, they mess with us. Point blank, period. That's from our classy lady. Trina Davis is saying to Jay Gill, can Grandma Gigi see me? Wait, Jay Gill asked Grandma Gigi, can she see me? I'm just too intense. They can't take me. And that's the truth, Davion. They cannot. I agree with that. I do agree with that. But they got to keep in mind that, 50, 28, 60, in 60s, 50s and stuff. Oh, that's so delicious. All right. Grandma Gigi said, I see you, Trend. I'm behind in the chat. No, I have not lost a child. Okay, you lost your parents. Okay, my girl. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know. I don't know. So that's why I'm saying I understand loss. Honest to goodness, I do. And they've said things about my daughter and me, like they know the business, which they don't. It's funny to me. People will come out here. I look at it like this: they come out here with the lies and the truth, but it be so intertwined that I don't know if it's because they want to add to it or what, but I'll be like they had told me that they had a panel and they was talking terrible about me. Somebody inboxed me, and they said, don't go listen, don't go, and I didn't. I just took their advice and didn't go listen. And I thought about it, why would I listen? Because whether it's the truth or a lie, what the heck you gonna do about it? I don't care. What you gonna talk about me? And oddly enough, it still didn't give me more views. I wouldn't have cared if it did. Said they over there talking bad about you, Miss April. Let them have at it. And you see my shorts. I said, the one short I did immediately following, I don't give a what? I really don't. Okay, let me see. I agree with the statement. We don't know anyone, anything on here, not even condolences. I know, baby. You were speaking on her laughing at Justice. I know. And Davion said it's about human decency. And I'm glad you came over, Miss Diva, me. I'm really glad that you stopped him. I was praying that you did. I was like, I hope she comes in so we can talk. I was going to do a panel and see if people wanted to come up and talk, and we keep it respectful. And, because communication is definitely the key in everything. I do believe that. And I believe that we can have decent or respectful conversations and let each other express each other and respect how each other feels. For real. I just believe that. Hey, Lisa Clark, boo. Okay, guys, I've been on for an hour and 19 minutes. I don't like drinking it, turning it up. I usually put a straw in it. This thing was fire. How many of those a day can you drink, guys? It's a smoothie. Because that thing is good. I'm so glad I bought that thing. It was, how much did it cost? It wasn't cheap. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like 60. They give you 2 of these and the thing to turn it upside down. So I don't think that's bad. And then my next thing to get is one of those My daughter has one. It's a meat pressure cooker, and you put whatever in there, a roast, put it on for 20 minutes, and it cooks it quick and be tender, falling apart. That's my next thing. A meat pressure cooker, I think that's what they're called. Any type of meat, tough or what, you just put it in there, put the ingredients you want in there, close it, seal it up, put it on like what, 15, 20 minutes, and you, honey, you got a meal. You open it up, take a fork, and the meat just, you can pull the meat off, melt in your mouth like butter. All right, guys, Miss April's been on long enough. Good conversation. If you guys didn't hit the like button, add drink juices and smoothie. I drank it twice a day. So you can drink it okay. And before, okay, baby. Because I know this is a good way to keep regular. I know that. And that's what made me really start wanting to do it, to stay regular. 'Cause after I had that scare, whew. God bless you too. If anybody, before I get out, if anybody's new to my channel, and you haven't subscribed, hit those three dots, turn that notification bell black. What happens is you'll be notified when I come live, when I do my shorts, post something. Go check my shorts out, guys. They're pretty funny, most of them, okay? Thank you guys for coming. I enjoyed y'all. Y'all enjoy your Sunday, okay? God bless. Bye-bye.